Hi there. This is a non-technical introduction to the paper, Good and Bad Uncertainty. Let's revisit an old question. How does macroeconomic uncertainty affect growth and prices? Well, it depends. Uncertainty comes in many facets. For example, people can divide uncertainty into uncertainty about productivity, policy uncertainty, or financial uncertainty. And we know all of them have different implications. This study suggests an intuitive approach to distinct between uncertainties, which turns out to be important. You can think of dividing uncertainty into uncertainty that is focused on the bad states of the world, which is termed bad uncertainty, versus uncertainty that is focused on the good states, which is termed good uncertainty. Let's think of two examples. First, think about the entry to the global financial crisis. You observe the bankruptcy filing of Lehman Brothers. You know things are bad. Yet, at this stage, you just don't know just how bad things are. You can see that in this case, from a statistical perspective, the uncertainty is regarding how big the negative fluctuations or left tail of economic growth will be. Now, think about the high-tech revolution of the 90s, where internet is slowly being introduced and developed. Seeing this new exciting technology, you know things are good. You know that this new technology will change the world for the better. But you just don't know how good things will be. Statistically, you can see that we are mainly uncertain about the positive part of the distribution of economic growth. The paper formalizes these notions using a long-run risk model, with two sign shocks. One governs the positive tail of expected growth, and the other, the negative tail. And each shock has its own time-varying volatility. So, how should these volatilities affect prices? It's actually not that obvious. Instead of going through the actual model, let's just talk about its basic intuition. Consider the price of a stock that pays a stream of dividend D, that grows in rate G, and the discount rate is R. The price is given by the Gordon formula. Now suppose that G is stochastic. How does uncertainty about G affects prices? Let's first assume that the uncertainty about G is not priced, meaning higher uncertainty keeps the same level of discount rate R. This can happen either because uncertainty is idiosyncratic, or because it is just partial equilibrium analysis. In this case, since the price expression is convex in G, it will increase with uncertainty. However, in equilibrium, aggregate volatility is priced. In that case, when uncertainty about G goes up, R goes up as well, and this effect dominates. It means that overall uncertainty will drop prices. Now, suppose we decompose uncertainty about G into good and bad uncertainty. One uncertainty governs the positive side of the distribution of G, and the other the negative. Can the good uncertainty increase prices? Yes, but we need a special condition for that. What if good uncertainty also increases future growth rates? Or in our notation, good uncertainty increases the level of G, T plus 1, and G, T plus 2. This is actually what will happen in the data. Well, if this effect is strong enough, it can dominate. And good uncertainty will raise prices, even though it also raises discount rates. Bad uncertainty, however, is likely to lower future growth, which is indeed the case in the data. So it will lower prices, both through the fact that it increases discount rates, and through its negative impact on the level of G. After fixing ideas, the paper provides an extensive empirical support for this simple theory. We can measure good and bad uncertainty with a predictable component of positive and negative realized semivariances that capture variation of positive and negative fluctuations of the underlying variable. With those measures, the paper shows three key results. First, good uncertainty predicts future aggregate growth rates, like consumption, earnings, GDP, and investment positively, while bad uncertainty negatively. Second, good uncertainty appreciates valuation ratios, and the interest rate, and the opposite for bad uncertainty. And third, both uncertainties have an opposite market price of risk, but both operate to increase excess returns. You can find more details on the construction of the good and bad uncertainties in the paper, and more details about the various results. Enjoy the read.